Them, coach.
I digress. Shit.
Second Nature for Children is in the house. Coach, how you doing?
As always, man. Great, great, great. How about you?
Coach, I'm doing absolutely great. Like I said, I know I sent you another topic because last week, we dealt with the father and the son, and this week I
Mhm.
wanted to deal with the father and the daughter. This
Cool,
week I
cool.
wanted
Okay.
to, and I don't know. I got to make sure that you get these emails. That's why when I sent you this email, I had said, "Let me know if you get it." And then when I didn't hear from you, I was like, "Oh man, did Coach get it?" But
Maybe I think it was an old one and just deleted. I'm not too sure, but we can roll, man.
okay,
Because
yeah, yeah.
I'm down with it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, but I know during the course of the conversation, it's gonna come to you. So you just when it hits you, you just jump right on in because it's definitely gonna come to you. So of course, and this is from a conversation once again that I had, and this came to mind because I keep hearing, and I even heard that they was going to do something about coming together, and I knew it's a Muslim group because I heard the name of the people who's doing
Mm.
it at a certain church, and they always talking about solutions for blacks, solutions. What are the solutions? What are the solutions? And so
Okay.
I want to make sure all through our videos, I'm always talking about solutions. I'm always somewhere within that video, there's a solution for something. And so I wanted to just simply put, and we can't even do all of this in one show. I understand, but we're going to
True,
get as
true.
much in as we can because some of these topics should be a series, but we'll do what we can with this right here. But I definitely want to deal with solutions for blacks solutions for blacks. And that's what I want to deal with. So the first thing I want to do, I want to make sure that we have a definition of the word solution. And I'm dealing with the noun verse of the definition. And it means a solving of a problem. It means solving a problem or dealing with a difficult situation. So first, let's look at us as an individual, because when you talk about what are the solutions for blacks, and I've been hearing this even since a child, you have to pick it apart because I'm gonna deal with you as an individual, I'm gonna deal with the parents, I'm gonna deal with us as a group, I'm gonna deal with relationship because it splits up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and so the first thing I want to do, because what I'm tired of, this is what I'm tired of, just no more excuses. It's just no more excuses. And it's not hard. It's simple, but we make it hard. We make it hard because we're not willing to do what it really takes to solve problems. The work that it takes to put in to solve problems. So first, let's look at us as an individual. Coach is real simple, and we talk about it all the time. And I've developed this program. Coach, if it'll change your life, it'll change your life. Here's a fact. That's what I love about it. Oh, and I want to tell you too before I get started. You lost another. I think I seen another subscriber that you lost. I don't know what you said last week. That I don't know. So I just want to share that with you. Yeah, you
They,
lost.
they, just, they got the solutions already. That's what it
Ain't
is.
that something? I just want to let
Yeah,
you
they
know.
got a
Yeah.
solution.
I
Yeah,
said, let me let Coach know he said something. I don't know if from last week video or another
yeah.
video, but he can got somebody in their feelings and emotions, and they can unsubscribe. I did see that. We funny. We some funny people. We some funny people. Anyway, um, it'll change your life if you begin taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul. It'll change your life. I just want to say that I just want to slow down because a lot of people, you're struggling and you don't even have to struggle. Physically, you're struggling because you're not taking care of yourself. Mentally, you're struggling because you keep making bad decisions. Spiritually, you're struggling because you haven't tapped and made the connection into the principles that'll take you to another level in life. That's simple. We're not listening, especially as we get older. We're not listening. We hear because we have ears, but we're not listening. We got to start listening. This right here will solve some problems if you simply get in your head, put it in your mind, What is your mind? Is your mental ability. It's the part of you that think, knows, feels. That's your mind. How do you make it work? You have to activate it. You have to either define, imagine, or envision what it is you want to achieve. That's your mind. It's real simple. I teach children, so I've broken it down to the least common denominator. We're struggling as adults because we didn't learn how to build this strong foundation. And it's real simple, and it's taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul. When you become more accountable and responsible for your actions in those three areas, it'll change your life. That's a fact. I don't know why we having such a hard time.
Let me just ask this, man.
Go on and ask.
In the grand scheme of things, just making a casual observation, as you glance around us, are we making a conscious effort as a unit? Are we making a conscious effort to change how we're moving?
No,
Okay.
no. And I'm gonna get to that part definitely. I'm glad you asked that. Right now, I'm dealing with the person need to do as an individual.
Individual, yeah.
And I'm gonna get back to that question you just asked once I get to us as a people. But this answer's still gonna be the same. So you already
Yeah.
got asked it, but it was gonna come later, and that's no, because we're too divided and too separate to we're not even trying to come together. And anytime you're dealing with religion and politics, as long as that exists and the way we are as individuals, we're gonna get back to the individual, it won't happen. It won't happen no time soon. Us coming together as a group, because us coming together as a group, the things that we need to deal with is the system. You understand?
I got it.
Yeah, it's the things that fight against us, and we're not. No, no. So the answer is no, 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 no. It's not gonna happen no time soon. I don't care who get mad. Get out your feelings and emotions. Show me that it's gonna happen. Listen, we got a channel right here. We on YouTube, so I understand we fighting against gossip and entertainment, but
Yep.
but
Yeah.
people are tuning in every once in a while. So we can't even get people to share, subscribe, and like, and it's free, and it'll help move the channel so other people can hear it. We won't even do that. So you think we're gonna come together to help each other when we won't do something free to send out good information? That's why, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Won't happen. Here's another one. Something we got to do that'll really help us other people. We got to stop with the excuses. That's what we got to do. We got too many excuses, and we have to admit that we need help, and we need to get help within those three areas, either dealing with your mind, your body, or your soul. You need to get help, because one of the biggest problems we don't see, or we won't admit, that we need help. We need help. Believe me, out of the 200, over the 200 disorders, we're dealing with something that we don't even know. Man, I'm dealing with this. So we won't even seek help. And like I always tell you, narrow it down. Whatever you're dealing with, it's within those three areas. It's either you,
Yeah, that's true. That's
it's
true.
in those. That's why I'm simplifying it, because people all over the place who I've dealt with and who I'm talking to, no, it's within those three areas. You're going to be dealing with something within those three areas. Here's another solution. This will really help us. If we start having children at such a young age, that's a solution, because that's a problem.
But that ain't gonna stop though. So
Ain't that something?
I mean,
So so so
reality speaking, man.
so when they asking, well, what's the solution, and then you get a solution, shit, we ain't finna do that. Then how you think things gonna get better? I just want you to see where we are. Now, go ahead on, like you got something to say.
My thing is, here's my thing, man, and that's just me dealing with my life and how I move. you got to first embrace the problem as the problem. And if you embrace it as the problem or a problem, you know, okay, what a solution for this? Now, if you got people moving around feeling that they don't have a problem, then whatever they're saying, whatever their reasoning is to doing whatever they're doing or not doing what they're supposed to do, to them, that's not an excuse. There's just a reason why I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, you know? So you got to embrace it for what it is. If you as an individual trying to be a better version of you were last year, the year before, come on, man, it'll be easy for you, you know. But if you just going along to the same old, man, you're not trying to hear that. You're not trying to hear that. And most people going along with the same old. You know, the tangible things, the acquiring of the tangible things. Like I always said, principles and all of that, that's on the back burner. Tangible things, how you look, what you got, that's in the forefront. But let's see how long that can sustain you, you know. But that's my take, man. That's what that's what I observe, and
But
I'm just letting you know how I move. So,
that's a great point, and it's a problem, and you're giving a solution, but they don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And here's another one. We got to stop having children with multiple partners. We're hurting our children. That's a problem that we have. We got to stop. If you're not ready for the responsibility of staying with the person you have had kids with for the next 18 to 21 years and nurture those kids together, don't have kids. That's a problem. If you're not ready to stay with that person, regardless of what you and that person, it's not about you and that person no more.
It's about the child, man.
It's
about the child.
We don't think about it. That's a problem that we had that we don't even think about. You got to stay with that part for the next. So if you're not ready for the next 18 to 21 years to stay with that partner and not just be a parent of that child, but nurture that child or those children, don't stop. Just don't do it. Don't do it. That's a problem that we have and been having. And if you're not ready to put that child first, don't bring that child here. Because one thing about that child, not one child I've ever ran into in almost 40 years of working with children, did not one child ask to be born into grown folks' mess. Not one.
True.
Not one. Out of all the thousands and thousands and thousands of children that I worked with. I just want you to hear that. Not one of those children asked to be born into grown folks' mess. That's crazy. And as an individual, once again, here's another problem. We got to stop abusing alcohol. Got to put the drugs down. You got to get help. That's a solution.
I'm grown. You telling me?
Do you hear what I'm saying? I just want you to hear these problems. And and absolutely, those are the responses now. Believe me.
Yeah.
We don't want solutions. No, we don't want solutions. Solutions come with accountability. We don't want solutions.
I believe that. Yeah.
What about this right here? As an individual, start exercising. Start working on your health. If you're not.
Okay, why would you do that when you got Ozempic and what's that? GLP-1 or what all that? Why would you do that?
Ain't that something? Just put your life on the line.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, just
They
put
ain't
your
talking
life.
about the side effects and all that, but they're just saying, hey, Ozempic and this and that. Come on, man.
Ain't that something? And now here it is with these chemicals. And I just want you to listen to the commercial on a lot of them. And I swear one night I heard one of them say, if you die, just stop taking it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying, no, Coach, I know I heard one of them say, if you die, stop taking it. But I'm just
you got no choice.
Look at all the side effects to that right there. And see, We won't exercise because we're disconnected spiritually. And I talk about that in a minute. But I'm telling you, you haven't connected your mindset, like I told you earlier, to that which dwells within you. You haven't done it. And what about this right here? What about cleaning your diet up, cleaning up what you're eating? Just like Coach said a little earlier, you should try to be a better version of yourself as time go on. You
Yeah,
should.
that's it. That's
That'll
it.
that'll change things.
That's where it starts, man. But that's something that comes from within you. No one can force you to do that. No one can impose that on you. That comes from within you. You know what I mean? And hey, like I said, as we look around, a lot of us are not on that level, man, for whatever reason.
Sad.
For whatever reason, man.
Sad.
You know, like I said, I bring up certain topics, man, and the reaction I get in a group of guys, I'm like, man, I'm a lone wolf out there. Okay, I digress. Y'all can
Absolutely.
have it. Y'all can
Absolutely.
have it. You know what I mean? Y'all can have it,
Absolutely.
man. Come
Absolutely.
on, man. You know?
Consciousness, you're gonna find yourself standing alone. Begin to wake up and your eyes open, and you're gonna look around and want nobody to be there but you.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And what about this right here? We got to stop being jealous of one another. That's a problem that we have. A lot of us are jealous of each other. So we're not gonna get anything done because we're jealous of each other. And what about this right here? We got to work on making better decisions as an individual. That's on you.
Yeah, but your choices, no one can take your choices from you. They can say what they want. You still have a choice, left or right, up or down. You know what I mean? You had that choice, man. You know, and treat it as it ought to be treated. You know what I mean? Because it can be rewarding or it could be very expensive. You know what I mean? You got to
Absolutely.
decide. You know,
Absolutely.
you got to
Absolutely.
decide, man.
Absolutely. And as an individual, if you're part of a religion, live it. We in 2026. This is not big mama, grandmama, great grandmama. Another time, it's too much information, first of all, for you to still be thinking that a belief is the truth. It's a belief. So there's too much.
Mm.
Big Mama and them didn't have the information that we have now. Then a lot of them was unread. They couldn't read a lot of them. So, but we got to wake up. So I have no problem with no one's belief. The problem that I have is that I see a lot of people talking about Jesus this and God this and Allah this and that, but I don't see you living it. I don't see you living it. I don't see you living it. Busting the church open every Sunday morning, waiting on somebody to come help you. I don't see you living it. We got to do better. And definitely, we got to make better financial decisions. That's on you as an individual.
Mm.
That's on you as an
You
individual.
know, speaking of that, man, I saw a piece. This Asian guy, he was saying he was told by his dad as a little teenager that luxury cars weren't made for rich people.
Mm.
Luxury cars were made for poor people so they can display
That
that
they
they
have,
got it like that.
yeah, absolutely.
He said, if you ever get a luxury car, make sure you have something that is generating that income to sustain that luxury car.
Absolutely.
Don't you be the one, grinding on a 9 to 5 or what have you to pay for that luxury car because it keeps depreciating. So, you know,
And we haven't figured it
yeah.
out yet that when we go out and spend our money on things like that, that we can't literally buy, it really enslaves us to a job, to doing some things that a lot of us don't even want to do, but we got to do it because we've put ourselves in a bind because we've made a bad financial decision. That's
Mm.
on that's on you as an individual. That's on you as an individual. And what'll help you is you learn to love yourself. It'll help you. If you learn to love yourself for real, not just saying you love yourself, but if you show that you love yourself, the things that we're talking about today and the things that we talk about, you'll grab a hold to them. Because we ain't doing
I
that but
heard,
saying show love to
yeah,
yourself. Go ahead on.
I heard someone breaking down their budget. and including that budget was $1,000 and change a month for G Wagon. You know, the Mercedes G
Yes,
Wagon.
sir.
I said,
Yes, sir.
shoot my
Yes,
head.
sir.
I said, oh my God. Oh my God. You know, you talking about loving yourself, bro. You can't love yourself. I don't care what you say. To me, I'm not doing that to myself.
Okay.
I'm not taking out of my paycheck $1,000 to get somebody to drive something that makes me look like I got it. Like, man, I'm not doing that. Y'all do what you want to do. I'm not doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not doing it.
Absolutely, coach. Here's another one for the individual. That's a problem. Know when it's time to change. Know when it's time to change. That's a solution. You got a problem with
Mm,
something that you keep. Know when it's time to change. These are simple things. Know when it's time to change. It'll be a solution to a lot of your problems if you just know when it's time to change. I need you to think about that. And here's another one. Stop thinking it's everyone else's fault. It might just be you.
mm.
Stop. The problem is a lot of times you always think it's somebody else, but it might just be you. You may be the solution. Yeah, it's just something to think about. Learn how to let it go and move on as an individual.
Know how to let it or them
Put the them in
go.
now. Put it in now.
Real talk.
Put it in now.
You
Learn how to
know,
let it or them
let
go
them go.
and
Yeah.
move on. Because that could be
Because,
the solution
yeah,
to your
yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah.
Shit, that could be
They're
the
holding you
solution.
back. You can't, ascend to your heights because they're holding you back like a weight. Let them go.
Let them go.
You
Know that
know,
it's a fall season. When we talk about the season, know that it's a fall season. No matter how bad you want to hold on to it, but you may be in the season that you got to let it or them go. Something to think about. It can be it'll make a lot of us. It'll be a solution. I just want them to think about it, and we just spoke about this right here. Don't let don't let your money and tangible things be your God.
that's it.
That right there, that'll solve so many problems that you have if you stop letting tangible things and money be your God as an individual. This one right here sure never help you. I ain't gonna lie. Stop lying so much. Be honest to yourself. Be truthful to yourself. Be truthful and honest to the next person. That'll really solve a lot of your
A
problems.
lot of this shit, yeah.
Just stop lying so much.
They can either take it or leave it, man.
Stop
And
lying.
then you ain't got to worry about what you tell this folk over here, what you tell other folk over now. You've been straight. They either deal with you or they don't deal with you. That's it. That's their choice.
We got to
You
grow
just
up.
decide to let them know, hey man, I'm keeping it real, keeping it 100 with you. So take it or leave.
We got to grow up. Get some help from past trauma. That'll solve a lot of your problems. If you get some help from whatever you're dealing with that you can't let go, and even the trauma that you in today. If you need to get some help, you don't know how to come out of it, get you some help.
Okay, what if you don't know you need help? What if you don't know you have a problem? Because when I say that, I'm not being facetious, anything, because on the original topic, my path crossed with someone when I was in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And that person, because of uh, their dad not being there, she was straight wilding.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
compounding that was the fact that she had a bad marriage. So I thought it was the marriage until I got to know her and she told me. I said, wow.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's gonna be deep because we're gonna jump into that
You know.
next Sunday. Yeah,
So
we're gonna jump into that because that's deep. Believe me, that's deep. When that
But
daughter,
I didn't know, man.
when that daughter is missing that nurturing father,
I did not know.
yeah, this it's one of the worst things could happen to her, and we're
I
gonna
heard a
talk about
guy
it.
said on Talk Radio he advised his son not to deal with any female who didn't have their father in their life. I'm like, what is he talking about? And I started reflecting. I'm like, oh man, I wish somebody had told me
It's a,
that. Yeah,
it's a lot of
yeah,
issues. It's
yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a lot of issues, and we're gonna definitely
So
talk about that.
yeah.
And further as the individual, I can go on and on, but I'm gonna start right there because I want to do parents. I want to do parents. If you want to solve some of your problem, you got to just you got to stop just being parents and start nurturing your children. You got to stop just being parents and nurture your children. Nurturing is to care for and encourage the growth or development. You got to do that. You got to stop letting society raise your kids. I'm talking to the parents. You got to stop abandoning your kids. I'm talking to the parents. You got to stop and doing everything in front of your kids. I'm talking to the parents. It'll solve a lot of problems. Here's I'm giving you solutions. Parents, you got to start loving your children. Show them that you like them a lot. Show them that you care for them.
But what if they don't care for them?
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. So folks won't know that's the problem. As an individual, and once you put all of this together, you'll see as an individual, when I'm telling you, you're not ready for that, then it's causing now that you can become a parent. Like I always tell you, it's nothing special. It's just a female and a male can have an offspring. Now you can become a parent that you're not ready for, and the offspring is one gonna suffer. That's the problem. Stop it. That's why I say go back through as an individual some of the things. Get yourself together as an individual so you don't find yourself in the bind of being a parent and you're not ready for it. Go back through as an individual. It starts with you first as an individual. You're an individual before you become a parent. So we have to get ourselves together before we get ourselves in certain situations, difficult situations. We got to stop. We got to love our children. And we got to make sure that our children academics come before sports.
Wow. Mm.
That's the problem. That's the problem. We got to keep our children focused on their future. Keep them focused on their future. But you got to make sure that that work getting done first. That knowledge is getting done first. Parents, you got to nurture your children. Real simple. That'll solve a lot of problems. We having that right now with a lot of children, a lot of teens, a lot of these children, folks talking about what's going on with these children, what's wrong with these children. They're not being nurtured. A lot of them are not being nurtured. That's the problem. Parents, start nurturing your children. That's the problem. It's one of the biggest problems. We can go on and on, but it's one of the biggest problems. In relationships, let me jump on this right quick. You got to give yourself time and stop rushing into a relationship. You got to. You got to stop lying
Mm.
so much to yourself, like I said earlier, and to the other person, and you got to learn. Here we go. Here go the healthy part. I'm finna move. You got to learn that if you're gonna be in a healthy relationship, here's the most important thing. It ain't got nothing to do with love. That'll come later. It's gonna come down to how both of you all view things. Your relationship is gonna always be in a bind if you and your partner can't come to a similar mindset. Facts. If you and your partner, if one of you all are maturing, becoming conscious, but the other one is staying the same, it's not going to be a good relationship. I promise you. A relationship, you have to put things together. It has to be a combination of things. We already did the video that letting you know that just love is not going to do it. The most important thing when you're dealing with anybody within a relationship is going to come down to how you all view things. I can already broke ABC. That's facts.
Mm.
How you look at things, how she look at things, how he look, it's how you all look at things. It's gonna determine how well your relationship work. I just want you to think about that, coach. I just want you to think about that. I want everybody to think about that because you're struggling within your relationship and you're not understanding. Now, it's because of how you see things and how she or he see things. That's why y'all conflicting. It's your mindset.
But here's the thing with that.
Tell it.
You got a lot of folks, you talk about male and female, human
Okay.
beings in particular, just human beings, right? No gender specific. People go along to get along. You like this? Oh, they like that too. You see it like that? Oh, I see it like that too. And that's just to get in, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
swinging thing.
Yeah. It ain't gonna last though.
And then, okay, then it's hard for them to say how to really truly feel now because
Yeah.
from from inception, what did you say?
It ain't
You
gonna
say
last.
you see it like that, you down with it. Now you change?
It
Or
ain't
you
gonna
change your
last.
mind now. Okay.
And
I'm
that's
just
why
saying.
when people go back and listen to this video, that's why I put that together where you got to give yourself time. You got to give yourself time because most people that you meet put on a facade. That's really not them.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of times, that's really not them. If that person haven't matured to a certain level where you know what, I'm not playing no more games, then you got to be careful because that first one you just met, when you were going to the movie and going out to dinner and y'all were doing this and doing that, well, that really went down. They were just doing that to pull you in because they know that's what you like. Now they got you and they got
Switch up.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So
Life, man. Life.
within a relationship, the only way y'all gonna make it is gonna be based on how y'all view things. And as a group coming together for solutions, especially we'll have to, when you're talking about a group, now you're talking about us going dealing with the system. It won't happen no time soon, coach, because we're too divided.
Yeah.
So ain't there is no solution. There is no solution when you start talking about us as a group because now
As a
you're
unit,
talking
yeah.
about the unit. You're talking about now dealing with the system, discrimination, and all the other things that you call out. We won't even come together. We won't come together. We won't come together. So for us to solve some things, we will have to come together. It won't happen no time soon. For us to solve some things, see all that's gone. That left in the 60s. All that trying to make a difference once they killed Fred Hampton in what 69, and the King was in the 60s, Malcolm was in the 60s, Everett was it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So further, that's why. So take on as an individual and do the best you can. Go back, listen to this video, do the best you can to try to solve as many problems as you can as an individual, and then work on if you're a parent, being the best parent you could be for the is nurturing. If you're not a parent yet, think about what I said, 18 to 21 years that you got to give it to that child. As a relationship, the only way you and your partner gonna make it, y'all gonna have to come together in some kind of common ground with how y'all view things. And as a group, right now, it just won't happen because we're too separated. I'm done, coach. I can ran it down. You got 3 minutes or so. You got it.
You know, I firmly believe, man, as an individual, if you're trying to evolve and be the best version of yourself, you're not going to direct that only in one area of your life. You know, if you're working on your physical, better shape, if you're working your mental as far as knowledge, being more up to par what's going on, you know, you're working in your spiritual. Automatically, if you're a parent, that is going to put you in a whole different level because you're trying to be better. You're working on yourself. You know what I mean? So automatically, you're going to be better. But do you want to be better?
Mm, mm,
It's an individual thing. Do you want to be better?
mm.
Do you want to be the same old that you were last year, the year before? You want to be better. You got to decide that, man. I'm not talking about the people around you and everybody doing. No, you starting with you. Yeah, I know they're gonna look at you crazy. I know they're gonna say certain things to rub you the wrong way. Or you think you better than us, or you don't want to drink with us no more. And you cut him back. Tell him you cut him back. You know what I mean? That's your choice. You know what I mean? Starts with you, man. It starts with you and evolving. And trust me, it's going to transcend in every aspect of your life. Every aspect of your life. But you got to want to do that. We can encourage you, we can support you in your journey, but you got to want to do that. It starts with you. So what are you going to do? You know, are you going to sit back and complain about the same old things? Okay, what you doing to change them? It's your life now. I can't tell you how to live your life. We can't tell you how to live your life. So, you know, your choices, man, are more powerful than you think they are. Be very selective when it comes to your choices, man. You know, and it's not a sprint, it's a journey. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it's not too late to start. And even if you start and you feel like giving up, man, don't give it because you don't know how long this race is going to go on. You don't know. So why not be in the best physical shape altogether to run this race to the end? Why not? What you got to lose? But that's my piece. That's my take, man. You can, run with that or you can put it aside. Entirely up to you, man. Your choice.
Coach, I'm going to run with it. And until the next time we come together, I'm going to take heed. Take care.
All right, you too, man.